reinforcement conditioning. Positive reinforcement involves the addition of a reinforcing stimulus following a behavior that makes it more likely that the behavior will occur again in the future. When a favorable outcome, event, or reward occurs after an action, that particular response or behavior will be strengthened. One of the easiest ways to remember positive reinforcement is to think of it as something being added. By thinking of it in these terms, you may find it easier to identify real-world examples of positive reinforcement. Sometimes positive reinforcement occurs quite naturally. For example, when you hold the door open for someone, you might receive praise and a thank you. That affirmation serves as positive reinforcement and may make it more likely that you will hold the door open for people again in the future.
Now let's see a classroom example of positive reinforcement.
Hi class, good morning. Welcome to your consumer behavior class. So I was thinking what topic we could discuss for today. And the first thing that came into mind was the diffusion of innovation. In fact, I had also given you a little pre-class reading assignment, and I hope you have read the chapter on diffusion of innovation. But as always, we'll be beginning with the class engaging with each other. So let's have Rahul. Have you had the chance to read the portion on diffusion of innovation? If so, can you tell us what you mean by it? Rahul, would you be able to unmute and come on camera? I think Rahul seems to have a problem. Rahul, do you hear us?
Hello. Hello,
Hi,
ma'am.
Rahul.
Could you hear me?
Yes, you're audible now. Would you be able to switch on your camera, Rahul?
Actually, I'm having a bit of I'm using my phone instead of my laptop because my laptop has got stuck. I don't know what to do now. Like I'll try.
Isn't it your responsibility to get all of that fixed before you attend class? Anyhow, whatever is convenient with you, please switch on your video. Okay, there you go. Now, Rahul, let's get right into the topic. What is diffusion of innovation? Tell us what you know about it. Rahul, we can't hear you. Okay, I have wasted enough time on this. I'm going to move on to the next candidate. Let me pull out Ashik. Ashik, you tell me what diffusion of innovation is.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi, Ashik. Please switch on your camera.
Okay, ma'am. Hi, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, Ashik.
Hi,
So tell
ma'am.
me what you know, what you have understood about diffusion of innovation.
Ma'am, diffusion of innovation actually consists of four or five stages. So, first one is innovators. Like they are the first one to try new products. Then comes early adopters, which also try product after innovators. Then comes early majority. After that comes late majority. Then the last one to try the product is laggards.
Very good. I'm so happy that you've been able to do your reading. All right. So class, this is what you've heard your classmate talk about diffusion of innovation. So this is. Yes, please. You can go offline.
Thank you. Offline. Thank you.
No, please stay in class. That's not what I meant. You still have to stay in class.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right. So what I would like to tell you all is because today's class was very engaging and we had Ashik who volunteered and was ready with the information. I think I'm planning to give him some extra marks in the Viva because he really, showed his effort. And basically, this is what positive reinforcement involves. So now you just saw this was a classroom setup. I enacted the role of a teacher and Ashik and Rahul were students. So positive reinforcement involves the addition of a reinforcing stimulus following a behavior that makes it more likely for a behavior to happen again. So in the situation of the classroom, because I awarded an additional set of marks for class participation, it would become a practice over time for more students to involve and engage themselves in a class-like scenario. So this is it we have for now. Thank you so much.
In negative reinforcement, a response or behavior is strengthened by stopping, removing, or avoiding a negative outcome or aversive stimulus. Aversive stimuli tend to involve some type of discomfort, either physical or psychological. Behaviors are negatively reinforced when they allow you to escape from aversive stimuli that are already present or allow you to completely avoid the aversive stimuli before they happen. Deciding to take an antacid before you indulge in a spicy meal is an example of negative reinforcement. You engage in an action in order to avoid a negative result. Before heading out for a day at the beach, you slather on sunscreen, the behavior, to avoid getting sunburned, removal of the aversive stimulus.
Now let's see few examples of how products like sunscreen, lotion, face masks and seat belts are advertised or marketed using negative reinforcement.
This clip is about negative reinforcement. At first instance, I planned to go out to enjoy my day. Once I came out, I felt the heat and I was so inferior about the sunburn. Due to this, I applied sunscreen lotion. This reaction is due to fear of getting myself sunburn. After applying sunscreen lotion, I feel myself protected. Even though I didn't feel like applying sunscreen lotion, due to this condition, I was forced to do it. This is an example of negative reinforcement. Thank you.
Amma, I'm going to buy some grocery. You want anything? I don't want anything. Wear your mask and go. Okay.
Reinforcement is a method that can be used to help teach specific behaviors. With negative reinforcement, sometimes uncomfortable or otherwise unpleasant is taken away in response to a stimuli, like this sound. So over time, the target behavior should increase with the expectation that the unpleasant thing will be taken away. I'll just turn off the sound. After that.
Now let's see an example of positive and negative reinforcement from the TV show The Big Bang Theory.
Are you finished?
Well, thank you. How thoughtful. Would you like a chocolate?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Oh, sorry, Sheldon. I almost sat in your spot.
Did you? I didn't notice. Have a chocolate.
Thank you.
You're here a lot now.
Oh, am I talking too much? I'm sorry. Zip.
Thank you. Chocolate?
Yes, please. Oh, hey, Kim. Yeah, you know what? Hold on. Let me take this in the hall. You'll never guess who they got to replace me with.
Okay. I know what you're doing.
Really?
Yes. You're using chocolates as positive reinforcement for what you consider correct behavior.
Very good. Chocolate?
No, I don't want... Sheldon, you can't train my girlfriend like a lab rat.
Actually, it turns out I can.
Well, you shouldn't.
There's just no pleasing you, is there, Leonard? You weren't happy with my previous approach to dealing with her, so I decided to employ operant conditioning techniques, building on the works of Thorndike and B.F. Skinner. Yet by this time next week, I believe I can have her jumping out of a pool, balancing a beach ball on her nose.
No, this has to stop now.
I'm not suggesting we really make her jump out of a pool. I thought the bazinga was implied. I'm just tweaking her personality, just sanding off the rough edges, if you will.
No, you're not sanding Penny.
Are you saying that I am forbidden from applying a harmless, scientifically valid protocol that will make our lives better?
Yes, you're forbidden.
Bad, Leonard. You know, using positive reinforcement techniques, I could train that behavior out of her in a week.
No.
If you let me use negative reinforcement, I can get done before we go to bed.
You're not squirting her in the face with water.
No, of course not. We're talking very mild electric shocks. No tissue damage whatsoever.
Forget it.
Oh, come on. You can't tell me that you're not intrigued about the possibility of building a better girlfriend.
No, I'm not. Penny's qualities, both good and bad, are what make her who she is.
You mean like that high-pitched, irritating laugh?
Yes.
You wouldn't prefer a throaty chuckle?
You're not changing how Penny laughs.
No, that would be incongruous. No, I was going to lower the whole voice to a more pleasing register.
Sorry, guys. That girl is freaky.
Come again?
Freaky.
Freaky?
Yeah, freaky.
Have a chocolate.
Thank you.
Well, I'm going to make some warm milk and then turn in. I trust if you two are planning on engaging in amorous activities, you'll keep the decibel level to a minimum.
Of course.
Thank you.
These are so good.
Unbelievable.